Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Marguerite here. Welcome back to part 3 of the Ultimate Bakugan Tour Review. So, sorry for the late release of this episode, but let's just say I almost forgot to do it. That on top of I've just been really just busy online and stuff, you know. So, because it's kind of obvious at this point that I have a life too. So anyway, let's get right on to the review, shall we? Starting with our first Bakugan of the day. This is, of course, Ventus. This is our second Ventus Bakugan. This is the core version of the rival to Dragonoid that we saw before. It is Nilius, of course it is, because he is such a cute little guy in this core form. Also, welcome Abby to the stream. So it's nearly 3 a.m. Oh, jeez. So in this case, I actually got it early, like way early for you. But anyways, really cool design. Really do like this guy, as you can see. Let's zoom in on the head, shall we? Looks very flat because of how the design limitations are. Kind of see his little green eyeball there. Kind of make out a little bit of his face. And a little bit of green on his schnoz. And on the back of his head right there. The other head's pretty much exactly the same. So nothing really to talk about here. Also, something to note is that the heads look like snake. Look, they kind of look like snake scales. The back of the head looks kind of weird. Hey, what's going on, AJ? Welcome to the stream. For those who don't know who this is, AJ is one of my really good friends that I've met on my 3DS Discord server, the Ultimate Gamers. So please give him a warm welcome, as I think this is his first video on the channel. So thank you for checking me out, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Hey, what's going on? Yay! What's going on, Mimi boy? Welcome to the stream as well. Welcome, guys. It's good to see you guys. I was expecting you, especially, Agent, considering I haven't seen you on videos that much, but it's nice to see you guys. So thank you for tuning in, and hope you guys stay to the end. So, looking again back to Nilius here, as you can see, got some nice detail on his feet as well. Let's get into the light. There we go. You can see his little feety footies. There you go. So there you have those. And you got the little kind of green part on his chest, or where his chest would be. You got his little wings here as well, which is very nice. Got the little green parts and little yellow turbine thingies. And you got his little tail flap with this nice kind of green detail on there. So that is Nilius. Now for comparison, we're going to bring in his counterpart Dragonoid, if we can bring him in. So there you have the two rivals. There you go. So there you have the good guy Dragonoid next to his counterpart Nilius, his sort of evil counterpart, which I already described in part 2. So, and also just to preface before I continue onwards with the next Bakugan in the collection, I want to preface that, again, I will be leaving links to this part in part 1. As I said before, in part 1 I'll be leaving links to all the parts of this miniseries. And just like I did in part 1, or part 2, when I left a link to part 1, in this part I'm going to leave a link to part 2. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it there. Or you can just go to part 1 and then just go into any video in the series after you watch part 1. So there you go. So moving on to the next guy. We already saw this guy before, but this is his sort of Ventus recolor. And it is Serpentes. And I do like the way he looks in this form. He's very green. My one problem with this guy, though, his tail's kind of limp. So that's my only real issue with him. Other than that, all the springs are nice and springy. The wings are nice and tight. The head is nice and tight. The back little kickstand part is nice and tight. But it's just his tail's kind of limp and frail. So there you go. Now, for comparison, we are going to bring in his Aqua's counterpart. So I'm going to bring him in his regular Aqua's form, Serpentes. So there you have those two together. And they look quite nice together. Now, there is a third one that I do have as well, in Orlis. So stay tuned for that when we get into the Orlis section of the review. And I believe we're going to see him in this part. Yep, we're going to see him in this part. Definitely. So you just close him up. And then close him up. And there we go. Alright, so let's move on to the next Bakugan in the collection. Next one is This is our good old friend. We saw her before. Sorry, her before in the in her Chaos form. This is Ventus Pegatrix. Now, as I said before, the core is much more kind of meh than its original form. As you can see, very nice and green as before. So let's get a close look at the head sculpt, so you can see how that looks. Very nice molding on the face. I do like the way the horn sticks out. I do like the eye and the nice, really cool details on her neck. Looks very strong and powerful. I do like it. And then the legs are nice and detailed as well, as you can see with the sort of armored joints and the sort of plumage coming off the shoulder pads. Does look quite nice. We do have the nice wings on the back as well, which are very large pieces of the ball form. So, do like that. And then we also have the tail as well, which is very, very tail-like, as it should be. Then we have the back legs, which has a nice molded detail. A nice little yellow highlight on the hooves. So I do like it. And also got nice details on this part as well, near the wings. So that's nice to see. So that is Ventus Pegatrix Core. Now let's bring in her Ultra form that we saw before in Chaos, so we can compare the two forms together. If I can actually get her all the way opened up, because she does have a significant amount of parts forming here. Or manual parts to unfold. But there you go. There you have the two of them together. Now I gotta say, out of the two, this one's way better. Way better. As you can see, the core just kind of looks like she's just levitating there. So, and then unlike this Pegatrix, which obviously looks way more majestic, as I said before, she's kind of like, you know, like rearing up, ready to charge into battle. Or maybe she's ready to fly, I don't know. Trying to rear herself up and trying to take off the ground. Either way, this one just kind of looks like she's just sitting there. So, yes, it is. It pretty much is a straight up horse in its core form. Not really, doesn't really have the majesty that a Pegasus should have, because, you know, Pegasuses are always very majestic, very mystical creatures. And, well, I hate to say it, but the core version doesn't do that. She's kind of a lame-o in her core form, as you can see. So there you go. That is Pegatrix Core. So let's move on to the next figure, which is another version that we saw before in its Ultra form, which again I will bring in for comparison. Which actually I'm actually gonna save the comparison for when we get the Ultra of this guy's form in obviously the Ventus faction, but let's move on to him. So this is the first version I have of this core. We already saw him before in his Ultra form. This is Core Ventus Mantanoid. And I like this guy. I do like this guy a lot. Let's get a closer look at the head so you can see what that looks like. Let's get into the light. There we go. So you can see his very nice yellow compound eyes, very nicely detailed there. We do have nice molding for the teeth of the mouth, which is nice to see. On the inside of this sort of head part, we do have this very nice detail version. Let's see the details there. The core version is my horse's moon 24/7, just dead. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Epic. Thanks for the nice comments, everybody. Moving on to the top of the head, we do have this nice detail of the antennae on the back of the head, as it should. And something I also like is how they also have the antenna transition up from the back of the head from the front of the head to the back of the head right here. I like how they actually kept that detail going all the way up. They didn't have to do that, but I'm glad they did. They went the extra mile. Good job, Master. Anyway, nice green markings on the back of the head as well as on the back of these kind of shoulder parts. Also, you can kind of do this little thing where you can kind of make Mantanoid look like he's scared. Like, oh no, I'm scared, I'm cold. And now he's like, okay, I'm ready to fight now. Oh my god. Elbow cough. Coronavirus! Oh my god. Anyway, so moving to the legs, I do like the way this looks as well. Very big and fat his legs are. So, there you go. And actually has 6 legs, which is nice, as a bug should. So, there you go. Very nice. Also, you can kind of do this too. We can kind of make him move. So there you go. That is Mantanoid. Now, actually, for comparison, we're going to bring in his Pyrus version of his Ultra form. If I can find it. Wait, no. Let me get the Aquas one first. There we go. We'll bring him out for comparison. So, there we go. There we have both Mantanoids together. Out of the two, I like this one a lot more, just because it looks more bug-like, and it actually looks like he's about to just take off and fly into someone's face. I like this one where he kind of looks a little bit, how do I say this? He's kind of big and kind of chunky. Well, this one's very slim and very, like, robotic looking. Which, let's be honest, all the Bakugan in the Reboot series look like robots, but, you know. Now, in terms of actual lore explanation of why they look like this, is that that's supposed to be like their exoskeletons, is how it's supposed to be. So basically, each Bakugan is like a beetle, kind of, where they have soft insides and like soft interiors, but they're covered up by their thick, mechanical-looking exoskeletons, which is kind of cool, that they actually gave them an explanation other than, oh, it's just a design choice, you know? So I kind of like that attention to detail for this reboot. And again, for a toy line that's basically just, you know, well, generic toys, it's amazing to have just how much, like, lore they actually went into these things. Especially if you watch the Reboot cartoon, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about when they go into the lore. So, well, you know, so anyways, so actually keeping Mantanoid off screen here, we are going to take a look at his diamond form, because I do have his diamond form as well. And I do like how this guy looks as well. So you can see, very, very translucent compared to his original form, as you guys can see. Does look quite nice. I love his diamond form so much, just because he just looks like a ghost mantis or something. He looks really nice. Now, again, for comparison, I'm going to bring in the original, so you can see the two together. I do like it. This is really good stuff. So, definitely, out of the two, I like the diamond one a lot more. Awai mamu shinderu nani. Oh my gosh. What a crazy video this has become already. I love this chat. This is why I keep streaming, you guys, because I love these little conversations you guys have whilst I'm streaming. It's always fun. So anyway, moving right along to the next diamond, as yep, there is another diamond after this. We saw this guy before in Chaos and Aquos. This is the Ventus diamond version of Tritonium. And I do like the way this guy looks. I do like it. Very, very cute, very rotund little tortoise. And again, he looks awesome in diamonds. So out of the ones I'm about to show you for comparison, I like this one a lot more. Because it is obviously translucent, and translucent always wins. So anyway, for comparison's sake, we're going to bring in the original Aquos Tritonium. And then we're going to bring in Chaos Tritonium. There we go. So now we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle squad together. That's what I immediately think about when I have all three of these on display. It's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because let's be honest, even though they're tortoises, but whatever. Anyway, I like all three of these. All three of them together just make a very cohesive little team. Though again, out of the three, I like the diamond one a lot more, because clear is always cooler. So, I like that. Not to mention, diamonds are rare, as I said, literally in part 1. So, you know, there's that too. So that was Diamond Tritonium. Let's move swiftly along to the next character. Next character we already saw before, and as I said, this is the first version of this figure that we looked at before. This is Ventus Core Syndius. So there you have him. I like him. Very green, very yellow. I do like him. He's a cute, chubby little dude, ain't he? So there you have him. Now, for comparison, we are going to bring in his original version. Or not original version, my second version. That being the Chaos version. And again, out of the two, I like this one more. Just because green, I think, suits him a lot more than the white and the sort of teal color and the blue. I think it suits him a lot more. But that is just my opinion. So, alright, let me just put him back in the collection box. And then, alright, so that is going to be that for Syndius. So let's move on to the next figure. Which, again, as I said, is the second version of a figure that we saw before in the Chaos collection. So here we have him. This is my second Corthion. This is Ventus Corthion. And I do like him. He is quite good. I think the green suits him very well. So there you go. Now, again, for comparison, we are going to bring in his original Chaos counterpart. Right there. So you can see the two figures together. As you can see, which I actually get them into a better look here, better kind of stat. There we go. You can really see just how different the color schemes are. And again, out of the two, this was my favorite. Although something I would really like to get my hands on is the Pyrus version of this character. But even still, I'm glad I at least got his original anime color scheme, being the Chaos one. So I'm glad about that. And I also got a second one in Ventus, which is always nice. So there's that. Alright, so let's move on to the next character. This is again another repeat. This is the second version of a figure we already looked at before. This is the Ventus version of Kubo. And again, I like this color scheme. I think, again, this suits him quite well. So there you go. He is quite the cute, rotund little bear. He is adorable, isn't he? So there you go. Now, moving on to the comparison time, we're going to bring in his Aquas version. And probably in part 4, we're going to see his darkest version as well. So we'll bring that in for comparison when we get to that. But for now, out of the two, I have to say, as much as I love all of my Bakugan in this collection, obviously, because why would I have bought the ones I've gotten, I like this one more. I think the blue suits him very well. Kind of makes him, and just in general, I think the blue really does the character justice. Unlike green. Just the green, I don't know. It's just when you look at him, especially in this lighting, I don't know. To me, he just doesn't look right. I think he looks way better than in green than he is blue. Aqua what? Aquos is what I said. It's the element. It's the faction of water. My council's theme is Super Smash Bros. Yes! We're out to play Ninjala. Alright, well, you have fun playing Ninjala. I hate to say this, just a little note on Ninjala, my quick opinion right now, 3, 2, 1. Poor man's Splatoon. Sorry to say. Shrek is second. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are you guys even talking about? Anyway, so moving right along to the next figure. This is probably one of my favorites in the collection in terms of the dragon characters. This is the Ventus version of Phedrus. Now, Phedrus, as you can see, is a Chinese dragon, and I think she is absolutely beautiful. For a core version, she is quite long. As you guys can see, compared to the card, she goes right off the card. She's so long. She's probably one of the biggest cores they've released. Right up there with the later character that you're gonna see, called what's her name? Pyravian, who pretty much rivals this character in terms of in terms of sheer size. So, because her wingspan is absolutely huge, but we'll see her once we get to that. So, something for you guys to, theorize about. Anyway, so moving on to Phaedrus, let's actually get a look at her features. As you can see, very nice face. I do like the eye, the nice details going on her face, and the nice yellow for her mouth and teeth. I think it's a very nice color there. Moving on to her shoulder, I do like this little shoulder part here in yellow, and I like the little details on her shoulders. I think those are very nice. And I like how this little part is actually attached to the arm, so it kind of moves when you fold it up to go into ball form, or when it springs open for its open form. Speaking of which, the arms actually have quite nice detail. There actually are nails there, but I'm sad they aren't picked out in yellow or anything. They're just left completely unpainted, which is kind of a shame. Then you have the back section, which has these nice kind of details that we saw in a ball form, with the nice little like screw rivet kind of detail there, and this kind of green kind of marking on her side. I do like these details on the top as well, these kind of scales going down her back, and the details going down her belly. And I do like the green on the back that goes all the way to the tail, and is also kind of picked out in the middle here in this kind of little splash of green there. And the back of the tail as well that we saw in the ball form. So all in all, pretty solid color. I do like this version of Phaedrus. So there you go. She's definitely a cool one. I definitely do like her a lot. Now, in a little bit, we're actually going to see her Ultra form as well, which is quite a departure from the original design. You guys will see that in a moment. So let's move swiftly on to the next and final core of the collection in terms of the Ventus faction. We already saw, well, we haven't seen this character before. If you've seen my other reviews, you may have seen this character before along with its other variants. But this is the Ventus version of Hydrus. And this is its core version. We did see its Ultra version earlier. And gotta say, I like the core version a lot more than the Ultra. Just because it actually gets the lion aesthetic a lot better. So let's zoom into that face there. As you can see, very green on the face, but very small yellow eyes there. They're very hard to see, but they are there. Little tiny little yellow eyes. Right there. And then we do have nice details for the fangs on the face, which I do like. And also green for his little boop snoot. So that's always nice. And yes, I did just call his nose a boop snoot. Get over it. Anyway, because I know some of you are going to be like, oh my god, you just say boop snoot. Anyway, so I do like these nice kind of vent details going on the head. So there you go. I do like that in the yellow. I do like his little green paws right there with his little green nails, which look very sharp and pointy, as they should. I do like this kind of green accent on the mane, which is nice to see. Nice details on the back side, on the legs, these kind of green kind of splotches on the legs. I do like the green little kind of beaver tail he got going on, with just a nice molded detail going around the tail there. So I do like that. And his little feetsies, which also has a nice detail, as you can see. Yeah, and has little claws or nails picked out there. Nice to see. And nice detail going on the bottom as well. This kind of little bit of scale detail going down there. So all in all, pretty solid figure. I do like him. Now, I do have other versions of this guy. I also have him in Oralis and in Darkus. We'll see those guys later. But for comparison, we're going to bring in this case, the Chaos version of his Ultra form, if I can actually find it. There we go. So we can compare the two together. As you can see, this one looks way more like a dog than it does a lion. This one really gets the lion aesthetic down. Which, as you guys will see in Part 5 with the Armored Alliance series, you'll see that they really got the design down. Sadly, I don't have the core of the, the Armored Alliance version, but I do have the Ultra kind of armor pack they released for Armored Alliance, and he looks great in his Ultra form. A little bit weird, but definitely loads better than this piece of garbage. Anyway, so moving away from that, that is going to be that for Hydrus. So as soon as I close up both of these guys and get them all back in their little cubbies, we move on to the next figure, which is the first of the Ventus Ultras, who is going to be Kelios. And Kelios is quite a cool figure. But you guys will see him in a moment, as soon as Hydrus would like to actually close into ball form. Oh my god, how hard is it for you to actually close? Close, darn you. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Stay closed. That's all I need you to do. And perfect. Alright. Put you back in the box. And then go put you back in there. Hydrus. Alright. Close you up. And of course your legs pop out. Great. That really helps me. Not really. Can you just stay closed? Okay. Stay closed. There we go. There's the click. Alright. And we good. Alright, so let's move on to the next Ultra, which is our first one in the collection. As I said, this is Kelios, and he is quite the cool character. My one problem with the ball form, I have to say, his face is right there. They even bother hiding it. But there you go. So that's Kelios. Now, Kelios is based on the Kraken, very obviously with the name Kelios. Kelios, Kraken, get it? Yeah. Anyway, so Kelios is quite a nice character. I do like the way he looks. Let's go look at that face. So as you can see, very nice details on the eyes. He has 6 of them, as he should. You know, he does have these kind of nice little details on his kind of, well, I don't know what you call this, the mantle? Yeah, the mantle of the head, which is nice. Does have nice molded detail going around the sides of the head. And then we got these extra little fins on the back of the mantle, which is nice to see. Moving on to his tentacles, because let's be honest, it's hard to see his body. Most of his body is just tentacles. You can see he has pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 tentacles. So, yeah, crazy. Oh, thank you. Yes, Kelios. Yes, the one we're looking at right now. He is quite a cool figure, indeed. I do also have this character in Darkest as well, which I like that one a lot more, but we will see that one in one of the later parts of this miniseries. So for now, this is our first look at Kelios, and I do like him. And he does have very nice molded detail. As you guys can see in the back, he does have molded suction cups on the back of his tentacles, which is a really nice detail. They actually somehow managed to detail little suction cups in his tentacles, at least these ones anyway. So I do like it. Now, closing this guy is kind of a pain, which I'm actually going to show you here on camera how to do it. So you have to take these tentacles back here, fold these back. Let's see. All right, you got to go. All right, thanks for tuning in, Agent. Hopefully I will see you in one of my later streams. Let's close up the head, fold up the tentacles like that. And then you have to fold up these ones up against the back here. And you fold up the back tentacle. And that's how you close them. Again, kind of a pain, especially first time around, because the tentacles are quite the fiddly bit of business, but it is fine. Because I can manage. So yeah, let's move on to the next character, which again is the ultra form of a character we looked at before. This is the ultra version of Phaedrus. And of course, she doesn't flip up right the first time. But as you can see, quite the departure of a design. I mean, seriously, look at this thing. This thing, how is this Phaedrus? Where is the dragon in here? Anyway, so moving up to her head, which I hate this head design with a passion. It looks so weird. I just don't like it. Anyway, so she has this really big green nose right up at the front. We have this really weird kind of eye right there with this very weird face kind of going. I don't know why. I really hate this design because it looks like they just took the original core and then just smashed it with a hammer, and then they're just like, okay, this is the head design. Like, what is this? What is this? Anyway, so enough of me ranting. Let's move on to the rest of her, starting with, again, her legs. Nice claws on this one. I do like them. They're nicely detailed in the yellow. We do have the wings as well, which are very nice to see. Now, funny enough, Phaedrus actually does have wings, which I don't know why the core doesn't have them, but on this Ultra, she does have wings. They're actually made of energy, but nonetheless, still, she does have wings, so that's something to note. In the back, we have these other wings as well, which are nicely detailed. Nice more detail in there, on both sides. Then on the back, we do have a nice molded detail going down her back, and also a flippy part that allows her to flip upwards. We have nice detail on her footies back here. And you have her nice little flat tail back here, which is kind of meh. A little bit of molding on it, but hard to tell because, you know, you're not really supposed to look at her backside, are you? But there you go. That is Ultra Phaedrus. Now, for comparison, we're going to bring in her core version so you guys can see how the two look together. And something else that kind of annoys me, she's very small in this form compared to her core, which is absolutely massive, as she should be because she is very lengthy in the cartoon. In her beast form, she is very long and lengthy. Can I have a stream of you ranting about Metro Other M? No, I will not be doing that, but however, I will do that on our Discord server, the, Soul Trove. I'll do it on there. Like, literally, after this stream, I might do it. Just me just sitting there, just ranting. I might just do it. But, no, I'm not going to do a stream here on the YouTube channel of me ranting about the RAM, because I don't think anybody wants to see that. Plus, what's the point of doing it when I'm not going to be playing the game? Because I said it on my Metroid servers, and I'm going to say it here as well. Metroid Other M is a disgrace to the Metroid series. I hate that game with a passion. And I will never give it a playthrough. And that's pretty much all you're getting out of me in terms of on YouTube. That's all you guys are getting. Because if I get into it, I'll be here all day. So anyway, let's move swiftly along to the next figure, which as you can see is another Ultra. This is the Ultra form of Mantanoid Ventus. And I like this figure as well. It is quite nice. We already saw it before in Aquos and in Pyrus, but this is his Ventus counterpart. And I'm happy to have it. I finally got it in Ventus, and as you can see, this particular mold of the figure is kind of a Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's kind of syndrome going on here. Because for some reason, as I said before in the previous ones, these sort of little plastic tabs, which would normally keep the arms in a sort of normal position, they broke off. And now it just kind of sits and leans over with this really weird kind of stance. But either way, I mean, I'm still glad to have them. So there you go. There you have him. Now for comparison, we're going to bring in his Aquos counterpart again, along with its, its Pyrus variant. So let's bring in both of them into frame here. So there you go. There you have them, all together. Now, something interesting you can do with these, again, I will show it again here because it was so funny last time, at least in my opinion, is you can merge two Mantanoids together. And I'm going to show you that right now again. So I'm going to take this time the Aquos and the Ventus one, and we're going to merge them together, since last time I did Pyrus and Aquos. And again, because of how the mechanisms work, you can actually merge two Mantanoids together. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, guys, you guys are going to have a good laugh at this. You can take two Mantanoids and merge them together. So, now I'm going to have to do this off camera because, yeah, this is going to be a pain. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm going to do it for you guys. For you guys, I'm going to do it. And as I said, I think this is absolutely hysterical. And how I discovered this was completely by accident. I was just fiddling around with my figures in my collection, and I discovered this little hidden Easter egg that you can do with Ultra Mantanoid that I don't think the designers anticipated you to actually do, but I'm glad it's still a feature nonetheless. That you can merge two Mantanoids together into one big kind of merged ball form. As you guys are about to see, it's absolutely hilarious. So, at least in my opinion, I think it's hilarious that this is even a feature. That again, I'm pretty sure the designers did not intend for you to find out, but I'm glad I found this out nonetheless. But again, getting them to do it is kind of tricky because of how the mechanisms are and how sensitive they are when you're trying to do this. Because again, you're not supposed to do this, but I'm doing it anyway because it's a funny little thing you can do. And it kind of shows just how much time I have on my hands, which is too many. Okay, so if I can actually get these two to actually do it. Okay, come on. Stay merged, stay merged, stay merged. Come on! Stay No! Come on, stay merged. Please. I want to show you guys on camera how funny this is. Just stay close, please. Okay, just stay. Stay. No! Okay. Stay. The side's coming undone. Jeez. Ah! Okay. I'm having issues. No! Stop unfolding! Come on! No! God dang it, this is a pain. Why did I do this? This is miserable. Oh, please stay together! Stay together for the kids! Come on! Oh my god, this is not fun. I'm telling you guys, this is a pain to do. Because the panels just don't want to stay, man. Oh man, this sucks. Okay, come on. Come on, stay. 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 Oh my god. Stop opening! Stay closed! Oh my god. I'm sorry for the raging in the background, but oh my god, this is not easy. Oh, no, I almost had it. Okay, come on. Almost. No! Stop coming undone! Just stay together! Just stay together! Okay, come on, just stay together, please! Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Okay, I'm gonna have to just hold them. That's how this is gonna go. But here you go. Here you have the merge ball form. Again, you're not supposed to do this, but I'm glad it worked. As you can see, they immediately fall apart the minute I even let go of it. But there you go. I'm surprised I even got the Pyrus and the Aquos ones to stay together, but hey, at least I kind of did it. I kind of did it. It does work. But as I said, it's a very fiddly mess. Nice noises there. Okay, come on. Oh my god. The things I do on camera for you guys are just stupid. Nice noises. Yep. Feel free to make your memes now, because I will be looking at those. Because I know one of you out there is going to make a YouTube poop of me. One day. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but I know one of yous, or when the right person comes along, they got plenty enough material for a YouTube poop, let me tell you. They got plenty enough material for me to be turned into a YouTube poop, or into a meme. Because one of these days I'm going to find myself on Google. And I don't know if I'm going to be happy with what I'm about to what I'm going to see on that day, but anyway, let's move away from that and let's move on to the next figure, which is a figure we already saw before. This is Ventus Hyper Dragonoid Ultra. Hey, he flipped up on camera. That's a shock. Usually he just falls over like a doof, but anyway, he actually surprisingly held up right there. So there we go. Yeah, I'm recording this tomorrow. Oh my god. You're not actually going to make a YouTube poop, Faithful, are you? Please don't. Actually, what am I saying? Please do it. Why am I saying no? I should be saying yes. Anyway, so very nice. I do like the green on this guy. Very St. Patrick's Day themed. St. Patrick's. What am I saying? So I do like him. Now, for comparison, we're going to bring in his Pyrus and his Chaos brethren. So come on in, Dragonoid brothers. Holy crap, he just jumped right off the camera. Thanks, Pyrus Dragonoid. I appreciate that. Hyper. More like it. There you go. Gotta call you by your proper name. Let's bring on the Chaos one. Let's see if he'll open on camera properly. Hey, what is he doing? He just headbutted the other guy. Oh my god. Yay. Oh my god. A Faithful Twilight. Here's some inspiration for your YouTube poop. Please, if you haven't already, look at my Minecraft with Friends series. As go through the entire thing. Through the entire series. Just skip through it, watch the whole thing, whatever. You'll find plenty of YouTube poop stuff in there. Or watch my Thumper videos. Oh, my Thumper Let's Play. Oh my god, my raging in that video was so funny. Or no, my Steve episode 1. Oh, that was a good one too. Good stuff for YouTube poop. Look at all those videos that I just said. Look up all of those, because all of those have great meme material. So anyway, I'm surprised nobody's actually taken, gotten use out of them yet. But anyway, here you have all 3 of them together. And again, I do like the way these 3 look together. I think they all make a very cohesive little team. But there you go. So there you have all 3 of them together. And I do like them. Now, out of the 3, I love Pyrus. Just because, Pyrus, your main faction of Dragonoid, Dragon of Fire, So I do like that. Now, my second place would have to be the Ventus one. Third is Chaos. So, that's kind of my ranking of those 3. So, there you go. Love these 3 together. Again, they make a very cohesive little team. So, and I think the only ones I'm actually missing is, let's see. I think I need Oralis and Darkus, I believe. I think those are the only factions I'm missing. Oh, and Aquos. I need that too. Hopefully I can find those eventually. Before the toys phase out of production. That'd be nice. I really like that. But my chances of that are slim, so wish me luck. Excuse me. Anyway, so let's move on to the next character, which we already saw this guy before, and as I said, this is one of my first Bakugan Battle Planet figures. This is, well, ever in the collection. This is Oralis Hydra. Not gonna go too much into detail on him, as we literally went into detail with the previous one. I do like the way he looks in this Oralis color scheme. I think the gold, the silver, and the black fit him very well. And again, I really have a special place for this figure, because he was my first one! Yay! Anyway, so let's bring in his Ventus counterpart, if I can find him. There you go. So, pop him down on the stand, so you guys can see the 2 together. And I do like them. As I said, I have a special spot for this one. Because, again, he was one of my first figures I ever got. And on top of that, he is quite the shiny little character. I do like him. So there you go. So, out of the 2, if it wasn't obvious already by my thoughts that I literally just said, I like the Oralis one a lot more. then I do Ventus. Not that I have anything against the Ventus version. It's just I like Orlis better because he was one of my first figures I got. Along with, what was it? I think my first set was a 3-pack. Yeah, it was Aquos, Serpentes Ultra, which you guys already saw before in part 2. The Hydrus you just saw now, and then the, what was the Aquos one? I believe it was, no, it was a Ventus Pegasus. That's what it was. That was my first 3-pack. And my first pack of this Reboot series in general. So really glad to have them. Alright, so next up is my next version of a figure we looked at in part 1 and part 2, but initially in part 1. This is the Oralis version of Fanxor. And I like this version of Fanxor a lot. I really like the gold and the silver. I like the black. I like the black eye spots under the snake hood. I think it all works very well. So I do like them. Now, again, for comparison, we're going to bring in his Aquos version, which, where is he? Right there. And his Paris version. And his Chaos version. Yeah, I got a lot of Fanxors in my collection. Can't you tell? So here's Aquos. Actually, I'm going to have to move these two out of the way so I can get the other two in the frame. Chaos. Paris. So there you go. There is my little snake squad. All together. And again, I love how all these colors make such a cohesive team. These three really do work together very nicely. And I do like all of them. And again, out of all 4 of these guys, I like this one. This one first, this one second, this one third, this one fourth. There's my sort of favorites ranking of all 4 of them. I don't know why. It's just I like Orlis. I like it. Now, again, I should preface that my opinion on my Bakugans change every day, but for the time being, I'm favoring my Orlis one over the others today. But again, that's just today. Tomorrow it might change. But yeah, we got as you can see, I got a lot of snakes. A lot of this. I got a lot of Fanxors. Hopefully soon I can get the diamond one, maybe even get the I just showed you the Orlis one, you stupid. Stupid brain. Anyway, I wish I could get the I just showed you the Aquos one as well. I think the only one I'm missing is Ventus. There we go. Finally got it out. And Darkest. And that's the only ones I'm missing. And then I have the entire roster of snake dudes. So let's move on to the next guy, which is the Orlis version of a character we literally just looked at before. This is Oralis Serpent. I do like the way he looks. Let's move the camera again. There we go. So you can see him in all of his gold glory. Again, I like this guy a lot. I think he works well. Now again, for comparison, let's bring in his Ventus and Aquos versions. Yay! Sadly, I don't have Pyrus. I wish I did. But I don't think they even made a Pyrus one, did they? I think they did. Anyway, let's bring all 3 into the frame. Jeez, just jumped off the card. So you have all 3 of them together. And again, they make a very cohesive team, as I keep saying. So that's why I love getting repeats in this toy line anyway, above all toy lines, because again, these 3 make such a nice cohesive team together. I love the way just seeing all 3 of them just all opened up and in their beautiful glories. And again, out of all of them, I like this one first, this one second, this one third. Actually, no, this one second, this one third. There we go. So that, and again, that's only for today, as my feelings on those figures. But again, it changes all the time. So, and if you noticed in part 2, I believe I said I liked the Ventus one over the Aquos one. Oh no, I said I liked the Aquos one over the Ventus one if I would stop stuttering. So there is that. So anyway, moving away from that, let's move on to the next figure in the toy line here, or in the collection here, not the toy line, collection. Which we already saw this guy before in Pyrus. This is the Oralis version, the native faction version of Trino. And I do like him. He is a cute little duder. I think he is very cool. I like him very much. And I do like him. So there you have him. There you go. Now again, for comparison, let's bring in his Pyrus version into frame. So you can see how those 2 look together. and they look very cool. But I should say that that is not all. That's not the only Trino I have in my collection, besides obviously those two. There is a third one in the collection, and I'm about to show you him right now. This is my third one, and as you can see, this is the diamond version of the one we literally just looked at a few moments ago, before I took him off the frame. This is Diamond Oralis Trino. And again, I love this diamond color scheme. It looks so nice. I love the way that this turned out with the silver and the gold and the black. I could talk about this guy all day because he is just so great. Now, again, for comparison, let's bring in the other buddies who literally just took off frame. But there you go. So there is our little Trino team. And again, out of all three, I like this one first, this one second, this one third. So there you go. But again, that's only today in my little never-ending game of musical chairs with the favorites in my collection. But that's with any collecting, you know, like toy line, like any collectathon toy line. Your feelings will just change over like all the time, unless you're me, maybe. I don't know if anybody else is the same way. We're like, oh, I like this figure more. Oh, I like this figure more. Oh no, I like this figure more. You know. But if you're like me, and most of you already know that I'm just an absolute lunatic, I just change my opinions all the time on these guys. Well, I'm not really a lunatic per se. I'm just very energetic, and the energetic, you know, high I get from my own natural energy, I guess, just makes me crazier. Plus, you guys drive me nuts, so thanks. I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. I love the fact you guys drove me nuts. Anyway, so enough enough epiphanies from me. Let's move on to the next figure, which again I do like this figure as well. This is the third, I think. Yeah, third of this figure. We already saw him before. This is Oralis Metanoid, and I love him. He's a little gold mantis. Yay! I love him. He is such a cute... He's cute as a button. I love this little guy. Especially in gold and black and silver. I think he fits really well. So, as usual, quid pro quo here. Let's bring in the other buddies. Yay! Let's get a mantis party going on. Oh, crap. Bumped the camera. But there you go. Mantis party. There we go. So now we have all three Mantanoids together. And again, I like this one first, this one second, this one third. But that's just for today. But there you go. Little Mantis party. Yay! Oh man, again, it's so nice to see all three of these together. Because our colors just work so well together. Now again, I wish I had the other color schemes of them. Like Ventus, Darkus, Aqua, you get the idea. But for the three I have, I'm happy with them. I am not the least bit disappointed. For the time being, anyway. For the time being, anyway. I should press this again. My opinions change all the time. And that's... you're seeing... Can you see a recurring theme with this video? I'm repeating myself a lot, but then again, I do that all the time. So, anyway, I'm like a broken record. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? With the next to last figure, with the third to last figure in the review, which is the Oralis version of a character we already looked at before. And this is Oralis Scorpio. Scorpios? Oh, I'm dumb. Vice Rocks, you idiot! What? Ah! Okay, my stupid brain. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of talking today, so that's probably why. I literally just called it Scorpios. I'm sorry, you're Vice Rocks. You're Vice Rocks. Not Scorpio. Scorpios looks completely different. I am dumb. Anyway. So I love the way this guy looks. I think he's just, again, I think he looks great in this color scheme. But, as usual, as you guys already know, let's bring in the other buddies. Yay! So now you have a crab party going on. Crab rave! Yeah, we have a crab wave going on. Insert crab rave here, but I can't because copyright. But anyway, so I really like the way these three look together. Again, really cool to see. So, yep, now I got a crab rave going on. So there we go. And again, out of all three of these, this one first, this one second, this one third, at least for today. So, there you go. Do love me some Vice Rocks in my life. They are great, cute as a button, And I love the fact that they look like they're. I love the fact that they're in a hug me bro pose. I love it. They're just like hug me. I think it's adorable. Oh my god, they're the cutest little things. I love them. So that is Vice Rocks. Do love them. And I can't believe I actually call him Scorpios. What kind of a collector am I? I called my character by the completely wrong name. How? I'm a bad collector. Anyway, let's move on to the next figure, which I do like, as you can see. Very gold. This is the Oralis version of a figure that I love in terms of the core releases. This is Oralis Xentar. So Xentar, if the name has given it away, if the design has given it away, it is a centaur Bakugan. And this is so cool! I love this guy. He's like a little centaur. So let's get a close-up on his head. And his head is very lackluster, as you can see. Most of his head's just covered up by his helmet here. And what really bothers me is the fact he's always in a, oh, I'm sad now pose. I don't know why they decided to have the plastic be so low here. But again, he just has a Hunchback of Notre Dame thing going on. What is going on here? He's looking straight at the ground. He's not even looking at the battle. Like, he should be standing like this, but no. He sits like that, staring directly at the floor. Yeah, that's gonna help you in a battle, won't it? Yeah, stupid. Anyway, so I do like these details going down his body. I do like these details going on his legs, for both pairs of legs. I do like his horsetail detail. I think it looks, well, very horsey-like, as it should be. I do like the details going on for the sword arm with this kind of gear part up here, and then the sword down here with nice silver for the top and black for the blade, which it does look pretty pointy. So anyway, moving on to a shield arm, I like the way this looks as well, with a nice little streak of silver going down the front. I think it looks very nice. So there you go. That is Xentar. Again, my one complaint, if it wasn't obvious, he looks straight at the floor. Why does he do that? I mean, look at him. Look at how dopey it looks. He really should be sitting like that, not like that. What was this design, Spin Master? Explain your logics! Anyway. What am I doing? Oh my god, I am an absolute idiot. I don't know why you guys even watch me anymore. I'm slowly going insane, I swear. Anyway, so, as I told you guys are driving me nuts. So, let's get into the last figure before I completely lose it. So, let's get him out. Here he is. This is the Oralis version of a figure you guys already saw before. This is Oralis Phaedrus. And again, I like the look of this core. I think the gold, not gourd, gold, silver, and black look very nice together. I think it works very well. So there you go. I told you guys I'm just going insane. Anyway, so for comparison, let's bring in his Ventus version. Bam. I jumped off the cart. Are you kidding me? Stay on the cart. Alright, anyway. So there you have the two of them together. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. So you can see, nice little duo. F is for friends who do stuff together. Okay, anyway. So precious. So precious. Okay, anyway. So, geez, now I'm just ripping off other YouTubers. If you guys didn't get that reference, well, go watch my friend MGo316 on YouTube. Go watch him. He's funny. Watch him. Now! Anyway. What am I doing with my life? Alright, so that's going to be it for today's episode. Part 3 of the Bakugan Ultimate Collection Reboot, Ultimate Reboot Collection series. So, thank you guys so much for watching this silly video. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that like button. And if you're new to subscribe, and turn notifications on. So you guys don't miss out on more of my stupid, dumb videos. And I will see you guys tomorrow with part 4 of this series. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. This has been your boy.